Cornelius, welcome to Cleveland. What has the first day been like for you, just getting to know people here in the building?
Oh, I feel like I'm drinking through a fire hose right now. Meeting all these new people, learning all these new names, seeing this amazing building that you guys have. It's been a blast so far.
What went into your decision to sign with the Browns, and when this opportunity came up for you, what really enticed you?
I felt like they really wanted me. And the Browns, they were on it, like from day one. And can't really compete with that, you know what I'm saying? I want to be somewhere where I'm wanted.
Absolutely. When you look at this offensive line, it features Joel Bitonio, Wyatt Teller, Ethan Posick. What about your skill set really complements this group, and what excites you about playing alongside those guys?
I feel like I'm gonna fit right in with the gang, man. A bunch of veteran leadership, a bunch of guys that have done it and been proven and tested. And I could fit right in and give my little bit of expertise and make us just that much better.
You're 12 years in the league, how has that really helped you just kind of in this transition period, knowing the business of the league, but also finding a new home?
Well, in 12 years, I bumped my head a lot. I've learned a lot of lessons, had a lot of doors shut in my face, had a couple doors open, and all that builds character, you know what I'm saying? And it's got me to this point.
What about your skill set specifically is something you want to, highlight and showcase that you can bring to this team?
Competitor, great pass blocker, can get down in the run game when need be, great teammate, and just here to help us win any way possible. If that's me being a swing tackle, if that's me being the starter at left or right.
It was actually literally my next question. Your experience at swing tackle, playing left side, right side, one of the big questions for the Browns this offseason is at tackle. So how does your skill set really fit that, and your experience in playing both sides allow you to really just slide in and help out right away?
Oh, I think it fits perfectly. I can, like you said, I can play left or right, whichever one I'm practicing the most, I'm better at. So yeah, I feel like if tackle is a need, I can fill that need.
Absolutely. What's kind of the biggest difference about playing left and right side, and how did you kind of work through those differences as you experience both sides?
Okay, so playing tackle, I'm left-handed. So playing on the left side is natural for me, versus on the right side, I have to think about my feet and my balance and like just carrying myself in the proper way, having the proper leverage, versus with left side is more natural. And might make more mistakes on the left side because I feel more natural, versus on the right side, I'm thinking I'm a little more technical. My technique might be a little better. But like I said, it just depends on what I'm practicing for the week.
Off the field, obviously we know your skill set on the field, but off the field, what's something that you want Browns fans to know about you as they get to know you and your game and what you can bring to this team?
Ooh, that's a great question. I'm a family man. I host a swim camp each summer. Okay. I lost my dad at the age of 7 to a swimming accident, so swimming education is near and dear to my heart, and I teach little kids how to swim each summer. And hopefully I want to bring that to the Cleveland area. I'm into real estate, and I like hanging out, I like eating, I like going to new restaurants and putting on clothes and laughing and just being a regular guy.
Okay, kind of want to dive into the swim camp a little bit. I know you said obviously you came with losing your father, but how did you kind of start that process of getting a swim camp started, and how have you seen it grow?
So I actually partnered up with this foundation in New Orleans. It's called Son of Saint, and it's like a group of fatherless boys. And I felt like the synergy of that was crazy, of like being able to find this foundation. And I didn't really want to do a football camp because I feel like everyone does football camps. And my girl just had this brilliant idea one day, like, how about you do a swim camp? Like, nobody's doing swim camps. And I was like, you know what, you're right. And the idea just took off from there. And right now I'm really trying to grow it to double the size of what it was last year.
How many years have you done the camp?
This would be the third camp.
Do you bring in like swim instructors to do this? And okay.
So half the day, half the class goes into the water and they practice swim safety and swim instructions. And the other half, we do life skills. I've brought in real estate investors. I brought in financial advisors, nurses and stuff like that, just to show kids there's other opportunities in this world outside of playing sports, because not every kid is going to make it to the pros and be a professional athlete, but every kid can go pro in something else and feed their family and take care of themselves. So I just try to give them as much exposure, and I talk to them about being confident, you know what I'm saying, and carrying themselves a certain way and just getting them to exude confidence, like, because being raised without a father, you can kind of miss some of those things. So just preaching those things and getting them to buy into it.
Did you have somebody in your life that kind of helped you realize the importance of confidence and help realize how important that is?
For sure. I feel like I took a lot from like my head football coach, my grandpa. I had a stepdad growing up. Just anybody that was willing to talk to me. It didn't even have to talk to me. I'm a great observer. I can sit down and be a fly on the wall and take from you what I need to take from you and leave what I need to leave.
Absolutely. That's really cool that you've, dove into that, really making this camp really special for those kids and providing those things. I kind of wanted to also talk about the real estate aspect. That's really cool. So how did you get interested in that, and what kind of, what do you do in that field?
So I watched my grandpa manage his properties growing up. So I would be along with him cutting grass, painting bricks. And so that itch of wanting to own buildings has always been inside of me. So when I got some change, I started doing hard money lending, started buying properties, and just took off from there. I'm not a real estate mogul. Let's get that set. But I have like a couple properties and I'm growing.
That's awesome. That's a cool venture and being able to do something different. So awesome. Well, it's been so great to get to know you, Cornelius, and so happy to welcome you to Cleveland.
I'm happy to be here.